Baby, listen, let's just go on and get straight to it. Marlo is the demise of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Come on in, let's have this heavy conversation and get this done, because it's time for her to be done. What's going on, heavy hitters? Welcome. If this is your first time, welcome back. I am the heavy hitter, and you are watching Heavy Hitter Media. So if this is your first time watching one of my reviews, sometimes, child, they turn into rants, and you just learn of the deep disdain I have for Marlo and her antics. So I'll talk about this episode a little bit, and then we're going to really dig into Marlo's ass. So Kenya starts off the episode. She and Manetta, they are practicing for her up-and-coming performance for the game. I think it's Jackson State and Southern or one of those games. I don't know. And they're going to be playing her song, Kenya More Hair Care. She's looking for a viral moment to promote and to push her products. Makes sense. She's practicing or acting as if she's practicing. I don't know. I love Kenya's tenacity because she's very adventurous. But child, this is really just a filler. We learn a little bit about Manetta and who she's worked with. And then as they are preparing, Kenya's new boo calls Roy, I believe, some attractive Caucasian dude, if that's what you like. And, they're flirty. There's some conversation about that. And now I'll move over to Sanya and her mother having a conversation about the many things that are needed to do in order to run her empire that apparently all of her family help her run. However, her husband Ross wants all of their asses up out of there. And we now find out that her brother-in-law, which I really don't understand why her brother works for her and not her husband, like her assistant, but you want to be a real estate agent. That's some dumbass shit. Like, that's stupid to me. Like, I don't get it. Sanya, this problem that you're having is so concocted because you invited them there. And going back to the episode, she now tells them that Ross wants them out, which is okay, a little bit out of the way because they were supposed to have 1 to 2 years. I think Sanya's sister is mostly upset because she knows her husband is a bum. And the mom and dad already said they want to go to Florida, so they're good. Sanya, you've kept them around because, like she said, we get to help with Deuce, which they should. They've been living off of you for a year or so. Why wouldn't you watch your nephew? That's crazy. We then move on and we see that, there's a task of things that the husband has not done. And again, I am just perplexed on why her sister's husband, brother-in-law, would be her assistant. Well, no, I'm not perplexed. You earn your keep, bro. You in my house, you need to earn your keep. Shit.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Ciao. We are now on MarLow. Spelled M-A-R capital L-O-W, meaning how low can a person go to re-traumatize your own family from a very unfortunate incident that happened with your family, to want to expose it and to want to use it as a storyline. Like, why is your family trauma your storyline for seasons 1 and 2 for you? This is utterly ridiculous. Marlo has to go. Like, Marlo is done. Please. It's time for this heifer to hit it. Like, last year, your sister in jail. You get a phone call. Y'all on there. Your boys are crying. You put the boys out. We have yet to hear, other than Lay Archive, who is Lay Archive working with? Where are your clothes being placed? What about this new contract that you bragged about getting with Tyler Perry? Why aren't we seeing some of that? Who are you dating? Like, I know it's supposed to be coming. You keep talking about other people's relationships and other people's sexual acts, but let's not act like we don't know that you were walking around and say, "Ike way ends May X day." Like, using a little bit of pig Latin if you know what I just said. But again, it's not like it's unknown that Caucasian men were your form of entertainment and what you were orally pleasing for money. You are a peach holder. You are so weird, and for whatever reason, you have deemed yourself the queen of accountability for candy, that you have yet to tell us what you do, who you are, and what you are made up of, instead of using your nephews. Like, this shit is ridiculous. I'm so sick of Marlo. like the show was already declining before she got on there. Like I really wish Portia would have come back, but it's a couple of things. One, Portia coming back would have forced Marlo to go back to a friend. They probably would have gotten rid of Sanya too, and probably Sheree. And then also that would mean that Portia would have to answer for dating that married man. We all feel how we feel. It just looked real suspect. All of a sudden, he was in a situationship with his marriage. They were having issues. You crept into his DMs. You doing okay? The streets you plotted. You got it. You won. Hey, it is what it is. But that definitely could have possibly helped. Marlo is so obsessed with Candy. I mean, obsessed. All capital letters. All cap. All cap, no cap, as y'all say. Let's take a little moment to look at what I saw Candy speak on it, which is hilarious, where they give a plot of Candy being Marlo's storyline. Let's look at it.
Look, stick to that, baby, because Broadway ain't working out for you, and singing ain't working out for you. Stick to them schools. No. So I just want to vent today. Y'all saw Mama Joyce. Child, Candy needs to stop talking about me, because I know with Candy, it takes time. I mean, if I was a man, it probably wouldn't take as much time. Okay, I'm ready to go home, you guys, because as I say, Candy Burst never can talk about what she wants. I am. Why didn't you say I lost someone who was close to me as well, and it's triggering for me. But guess what? I'm calling you out. Candy, who says she's worldwide and she helps the world, you've never helped me get my charges expunged. My nephew was by someone he met at Old Lady Gang, okay? That she never acknowledged it. Hold her accountable. What's going on at Old Lady Gang? My family is still sour with the taste of Candy's name. They just wanted her to acknowledge Quentin's past.
Is she lying? No. Now, Courtney creeps in and, she has to find someone to film with because, Sheree brought her in, but now all of a sudden Sheree can't film with her. And now she's Marlo's good Judy, other than being Ralph's play cousin. Girl, what the? I'm going to have, I'm known to be an Olivia Pup as a crisis manager. I want her gone too. I want both of them to get the axe. Courtney brings absolutely nothing to it. Her voice is annoying. She's annoying. Her situationship with the baby daddy is annoying. All of it. Everybody's fighting to get on ROHOA. And let's be honest, RHOA and pretty much the Housewives franchise is done. Across all franchises, even these new ones, the formulas, the editing, the production, it's all so performative now. It is just all so performative. Baby, end the Housewives franchise unless you take away all of the cities and you just start doing ultimate girls trips. Let that be the focus. A couple of weeks of fun in the sun, mix and mingle the different franchises. But this is just, ugh. Let's keep going. So we go to an appointment, a doctor's appointment with Sheba Sheree because she's a liar. And this is actually an important moment to have on shows because this is actually what Nick Giselle should have shared with us last year on RHOP, health issues with women of a particular age and how it affects them, because it can guide and lead women who may be experiencing these things to know what better options are, or what additional options are, I should say. Sheree plays in our face, and it's all about Martell and her. You see my man, he got big DE. I mean, it looks all right. That's what you like. But again, like many others, I don't believe nothing about no Sheree and no Martell Hotel Holt. This is such a situationship. It worked out in their favor, honestly, because it's constant communication. Now that I believe they've unfollowed each other, I guess the contract is up. But we talk about that. She has a couple of lemon-sized fibroids. Sorry, I'm not a woman. I don't know. I guess I don't know. But she says because of what surgery could be, the recoup time, she needs to be quick because she needs to get back to having sex with her man. Now, on episode 1, you said y'all were just friends. Now y'all have a title. Sheree, you just such a liar. It is no wonder, because they say you had a child early and you didn't graduate middle school, I believe. You didn't finish middle school or high school. It makes sense because you are a dummy. What Monet said, you was a dummy. We're coming back to Sanya and her storyline of seasons 1 and 2 for her. Or is this her third season? Maybe it's her third series. I don't know, child. She's so unmemorable. I don't really care. The brother-in-law has quit. The sister didn't show up for a photo shoot. Girl, put them out. Put them out, because if you can't do what I need done while you're living with me, I'm sure for free, baby, then what you here for other than family? Because you could be my family in whatever city you in. Now, word is that she had them move there and they were already settled and situated in wherever they were from. Well, at least Crystal was. I don't think the husband ever has been. Since their original show on We, I believe. We're now moving on to Kenya and the girls that were there because Drew is ill. Hell, sounds like the way that Kenya's coughing and Marlo are coughing, they're ill and they should have stayed at home too. Drew is ill, she has the flu, and Candy is booked and busy being the queen of RHOA that she is, that she can't be bothered with something of this magnitude. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I love Candy. She's receiving some sort of recognition and accolade. So congratulations on that. We get on the sprinter. There's some conversations. There's a little bit of camaraderie. Kenya starts to explain kind of what's happening. Kenya, first of all, Kenya, girl, because I love you, Kenya. And on my Twitter, on Facebook, I defend you to no end. On Facebook groups, I defend you to no end. But Kenya, your trips are crabby. Now, I think you're trolling us. I think at this point, your trips are meant to troll us, to trigger us. Because you being the prim and proper, pristine woman that you are does not translate to your trips. It just does not. Excuse me. How can you partially explain what's happening to them? Because, of course, you want to surprise them about your performance, but you could have better prepared them for what the weekend was about to be, what was coming up in reference to the little dance challenge for the better room, and also just having some games or something on the sprinter. I think Alabama's like, what, 3-4 hours from you? So it wasn't long, but you could have had more. Like, girl, come on, can you? I realized that your core girls were not there, so you probably really did. And speaking of not, let me come on in and have this heavy conversation. Why was Marlo there? Like, I understand Marlo needs to go on this trip to get paid, but I want y'all to start doing like these, forgive me for this, but it's for the lack of a better word, like these white franchises. Start icing these hoes out. Start icing these hoes out. Because, baby, listen, when they don't like somebody, they don't want to film with somebody, they don't film with her. And she has to go and find somebody, Courtney. Courtney has to go film with Marlo. Ice this hoe out. Ain't no way Marlo should have been on your trip. You don't like her. And why help her? I understand that Kenya, in my opinion, has been the villain, and she has played into that role for so many years that now she's just like, I want to be the peacemaker. I'm not Marlo. She got that down. I don't have to do that now. We have somebody here. I like my nails. I got my nails done today. Maybe she got it, but I don't like the fact that you are so laid back, because on this trip, Kenya starts to discuss what happened between Drew and Marlo, and we find out on other news sources that wasn't production's camera footage. It was like Kenya says, well, people there with phones and cameras, so that's how that actually got out. How she got all up in Drew. So Marlo probably sat there not knowing that, yeah, girl, we do have footage of how you got up in Drew's face. So Kenya's explaining it. Marlo's over talking her. I said this in one of those Facebook groups. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, y'all. Hit like the button. That way they know we're here having this conversation, and it pushes the video. It don't take nothing while you're watching this right now. Before you click out, hit like, go in there and comment and share, child. Girl, just hit share. To me, Marlo never learned conflict resolution as a child, right? So as a child, you play with people, you learn differences, and you learned a lot about yourself and other people, and how to diffuse and solve conflict with resolution. That's something you learn as a child in the household and in community and school, things like that. Because she does not know how to resolve conflict, she lashes out, she talks over, she belittles, because she came from nothing, who made herself something. So now she has this entitled betterment attitude. But in reality, as I have said before, The issue with Kenya is Kenya desires the approval of Candy and Kenya because they are the OGs. Now, before we start arguing, I mean OGs of who's been there the longest. I know Sheree was there first, but Sheree has not been there the longest because she's been fired 2 or 3 times, and more than likely this is going to be Sheree's last season as well. Now, Martell, girl, you go from the Chateau to She by Sheree to Martell. Your time is done, baby. Wrap it up, put it in a little bowl, sprinkle the dust on it because you're done. Back to this trip. They're arguing, and I just really want to see Kenya dig up into Marlo's. I don't want to see them have to go edit, but I know Kenya's like, I love Kenya. I do. Some of y'all do not, but I do. Kenya is in such a different place now that she's just like, girl, you got it. A clown will be a clown, and I'm not at the circus. That ain't what she said, but that's what that meant. All right, let's keep going. They somehow get into this conversation about Future and one of his exes or one of his many baby mamas, tossing the salad, doing a little rimming, eating a tickle spot. Oh, hey. I'm a gay man, so it is what it is. Several things orally that we love to do or have done. I know to some people, they're like, oh my God. But when you think about women who love to be orally pleased, some people could look at that and be like, oh my God. Or some men who like to be orally pleased. Some people could look at that and be like, oh my God, because of what functions happen in those orifices. It is what it is. There are just certain sensations in all of those areas that I named that if someone, baby, there are certain nerves in all of those areas that if somebody hit with a tongue, we arrive and we go straight to the dance competition that Kenya has sprung on the girls. And so we arrive in Alabama. We go straight to this competition that Kenya has surprised the girls with. The prize is going to be a better room. I don't think she ever said like a suite. I just think she said a better room. And they do whatever. It's a bucking competition because, again, they're going to be going to an HBCU celebration, and a majority of bucking and majorette is part of what the dance lines do. But Shamia and Kenya walk off so she can start practicing for what she's going to be doing, whatever it is, if we ever get to see it. And the ladies are complaining, being led by Marlo. Marlo is saying she's got mega knees. Have y'all ever noticed Marlo does have great knees for her age, but everything is a down drop. Like, and it's not a consistent slow ground roll. It's a down drop. And then she still got good knees for her age, but her knees not as great as you like to brag on. Anyway, they come back and we know Kenya don't with that new girl Courtney or Marho. So of course she says Sheree wins. Who? Girl. So that's done. They go to the hotel, they check into the rooms. Now they're getting ready to go to this event that Kenya keeps pumping up. Kenya, girl, you should have just said, yo, look, y'all, we're going to a fundraiser. I'm not quite sure what the caliber is going to be as far as dress. Just be cute chic. Then, of course, Sheree goes into her room. She complains, oh, this ain't no suite. You got money, go get you a suite. Then we get to Marlo's room. She's got a ton of people there. Ton of people in her room. She's complaining about the size of the champagne bottle. She wants to see a manager, just very elitist, very entitled, just unnecessarily just being Marlo. Everyone is coming down. Moneta comes down in what looks like an Ivy Park set, that metallic silver, and she could have really kept it on, to be honest. No, it was not appropriate. It wasn't. But Kenya, again, I love you, girl, but you got to watch how you talk to people. Like the way you talk to people, girl, that's just unacceptable. You can't communicate with people the way you do in the particular tone that you use. use, because the way that you enunciate and the way that you articulate can be very condescending, and it can be very rude, the way that you deliver certain things. Good thing Monietta is like, girl, whatever. Girl, okay, I'll go change. Let me see. Courtney, Sheree, and Kenya are on the van, and she's like, okay, good, girl, let's got to go. Let's go. Now, what I do like is that, girl, you left them hoes. Like, you left them heifers, because didn't Sanya leave you in Jamaica? What you waiting for, girl? Let's go. Monietta meets them there in the midst of, she calls, hey, I got this black dress. Kenya being rude again. Okay, girl, whatever, girl, you just got to meet us there. Kenya, come on now. You don't have many allies on this trip now. Let's not alienate you from your emotional support person, as Marlo said. Hey, Marlo, you would definitely know about being someone's emotional support person, being that you were much like Monietta said, Nene's do boy. Do this, do that. You know exactly what that means, to be someone's emotional support person. So they come into the atmosphere. It's a little eyes like, okay, this is giving very much kickback, not a charitable fundraiser event that Kenya was making it out to be. What I did find out is that if Kenya is an invited guest, so who was the person that invited you? We never saw you interact with that person unless production edited that out. It seemed very much like, hey, Kenya, we're having this so-and-so, you should come. That's very much they gave. Now, to me, I know people have been complaining. For what it was, I don't think Kenya should have had to tell anybody that she was coming with whomever, because they're all stars on the show, so that would have been beneficial to the event to have that type of traction and that type of talent in the building. Like, you got these particular stars and these people from RHOA there. Like, girl, you want a couple pictures of drop. Oh my God, so-and-so is here. So-and-so. Marlo and her emotional support person, Sanya, arrive, and Marlo does Marlo for whatever reason. See, people like Marlo bother me. And let's talk about it in the comments. Maybe I'm open to discussion. Maybe it wasn't what I think it is, but those type of people who have to prove who they are, and they need that moment to be about them when that wasn't what it was, which inevitably led to what happened at the end happened. Making it about them, I need a bottle, and keep it the sparkles. They need to know I'm here. I need to show them how this is done. So the bottle comes over, like they do at the bars. And of course, somebody thanks Kenya, and Marlo's like, no, I bought that. So all that. So they do that, and they're like, okay, let's go sit outside. So they were like, and producer, hey, Key, let me talk to you real fast. Yeah, we've been asked to leave, and this is a private function, and they don't want you guys here anymore either. It's interesting how it happened, and I am by far not a Carlos King fan at all. I find him annoying. I find his voice annoying. I find him to be a black man who is a culture vulture, because he does not give me he's black like this. He gives me he's black like this. I could be wrong, but just his aura says it. He had some valid things to say on why what might have happened. Let's listen to it from his podcast. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on that? Let's talk about it in the comments. While you're in there, be sure to like the video, comment, share it, like, subscribe. Appreciate you. All righty, y'all. We get back to the hotel. Now, and when they pull up to the hotel, Kenya says, all right, girls, lights out. See y'all tomorrow. They go to the bar, we're drinking a lot more than what we saw. And Marlo is all in a tinsy. See, this is what she does. She just disappears, so she don't have to explain nothing. All the girls are upset, and rightfully so, because they relayed the information to Kenya. She did not relay it to them, which she did. And I'm sure because she was embarrassed. Like, damn, I invited these people here. They're going to say this is my fault. Inevitably, kind of was, kind of wasn't. So she didn't relay the message on, like, girl, we got to go, y'all, so let's go. The ladies are upset, and they're having a conversation, getting all riled up and gaslit by Sheree and Marlo. And it's Sheree, Kenya, your friend Sheree. Let's go to her room. Y'all go up. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Marlo, boom, 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 boom. Somebody else comes around, I think. I don't know, because pretty much all of them, except for Courtney and Monietta, I think, knocked on the door. So I know for sure Sanya, Sheree, Marlo knocked on the door. I can't recall who else did. Comes back around, Marlo, boo, and kick. Kenya finally responds. Kenya looked like she was naked because she didn't answer the door. So she looked bare here. So maybe she was in the tub or the bathroom, which was why she didn't initially react. And I'm sure in her room, she had probably like a king room, which has a living area and then the bedroom. So she may have been in the bathroom. So, you know, why there was no immediate response. Not like the bed was right there, like Sheree's room. So she's cursing, you effing psycho. What are you? She opens the door. My daughter's here. Marlo still banging. She out of here. Put her in another room. See, at that point, out that door would have been a whop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What? Whop, whop. Yeah, I'm the violent one now. I am. What we gonna do? Give me my little suspension, whatever. Because what you're not gonna do is talk about my child, and you are in my personal space. And the fact that you are saying that you're as it's going off, I'm calling the effing police. And the clip for next week, which should be good. What's going on, heavy hitters? I'm so sorry I have to end this way. So if you are here, I appreciate you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out other videos. But I had to get off. Maintenance came through. Child, my air was acting up. I live in Texas. It was 79 degrees inside of my house. So most definitely, I had to end with y'all and start with them. So thank you for sticking with me. Marlo is crazy. Marlo needs help. This level of obsession and this level of lying and complete manipulation that Marlo thinks that she is doing when it comes to Kandi is awful. Kandi needs to file a cease and desist because what she is doing can definitely hurt her businesses, and Marlo doesn't have real businesses to suffer from. So therefore, she is just all out trying to attack Kandi. Kandi, you need to file a cease and desist and get this lady up out of there. Bravo, y'all need to be offering some sort of mental evaluation for her because something has happened. Y'all gave her a peach and this heifer lost her mind. Y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's talk about it in the comments. All right, heavy hitters, until the next time, join me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Heavy Hitter Media, as well as Twitter, the HH Media TV. Y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next time, y'all be easy. Peace.